Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the team of the season, ISMAILA SARR. We're going to go through the card, stats, clips and summary, as well as the SBC requirements for you guys to get your hands on him. Before we get into all of that, if I can ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below what your thoughts are on this card and if you're going to be grabbing it. And now, let's get into the review. So guys, the team that I used is ISMAILA SARR, and I played him in that right wing spot, going into a right mid spot as well in a 4-2-3-1. And overall guys, my first impressions of this card, I think this card is a good card. I don't think he's an exceptional card, but nevertheless a very good card. Let's just get into the review. ISMAILA SARR, 6'1", high medium work rates, right footage, 4 classical moves, 3-star weak foot, 7 games played, 4 goals scored and 5 assists. Now guys, the only thing I would pick up on here is that he has 3-star weak foot. It needs to be 4-star for me to be a perfect card, really, in terms of what the value you're getting as well as phenomenal. So guys, I think we can't complain too much, but I would like to have 1 extra star on there. In terms of chemistry, I didn't actually put anything on him. I didn't know what to boost on this card, particularly when I was trying to use him, which just leads me into the stats here, guys. The key pros of the stats, of course, his pace is insane. His strength is good as well. He's fairly big and strong too. Decent general shooting as well. His finishing could be a little better at times, but overall I think it's okay. And I think his dribbling is okay as well. It does need a helping hand though in some areas. Which leads me into the cons, guys. The cons of this card: long passing isn't that great, the crossing is very average as well, and his reactions feel slower than the 87 suggests there. So that is something you do need to boost on this card as well, just to kind of help him out a little more. In terms of player traits, he's got the speed dribbler trait and no other traits to speak home of. So now that we've covered that, let's get into what the SBC requirements are for you guys to get your hands on him. So guys, getting into ISMAILA SARR's SBC requirements: 87k on the PlayStation, 84 on the Xbox, and 92 on the PC. Very cheap, guys, to get a 90 rated TOTS card. 60k on the second squad, which is an 84 rated squad, and 27k on the first squad, which is an 82 rated squad with an inform. So very cheap again, guys. Very simple to do these SBCs as well. This one we'll discuss more in detail in the summary, but I really do think this is a fantastic value SBC as well. And now that we've covered that, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into some of ISMAILA SARR's clips, and what you guys are going to see is his general ability off that wing to be an attacking threat. Really, in terms of the goal scoring department, I do feel like, we'll discuss the passing shortly, I do feel like his passing was lacking a little bit. Getting into the first point, guys, we'll just get straight into his pace. His pace is phenomenal, guys. He is so fast, and because he's so big as well, his stride length is huge. He moves at quite a distance quite quickly, and it's really scary to come up against as well, because he feels almost like a bigger Crepin Diatta in terms of his capability and what he's able to do. In terms of his dribbling, guys, he's fairly tight on the dribbling. I do feel like his dribbling lacks in some areas, and it does need a little helping hand on those two particular areas. I think they're balance and reactions. However, in general, once you fix one of those up, particularly the reactions, this card becomes very quick, very capable in that right mid, right wing, right forward spot, and is able to finish off a lot of chances as well, given the right opportunities. Which leads me into the passing, guys. Now, we just discussed this at the start of the video. His passing is okay, especially the short passing. His longer passing is quite poor, and his crossing is very average as well, guys. Now, that's not ideal if you do like your wingers to be more creative in terms of crossing, passing, all that kind of stuff. If you prefer him as a shooting winger, then he's much better for that and much more capable at that as well. As a crossing winger, he did struggle a little more for me, and I felt like it would have helped a little bit if his passing and crossing was a little better, if you do intend to use him like that. Getting into the next part of this card, guys, we'll get into his physicality. Now, his physicality is really good. He has two very good elements to this: his stamina and his strength. Now, because of his size and having that strength and then that speed as well, it makes him a real problem to come up against those fullbacks, especially again when he's up against those fullbacks. He really does tend to physically dominate when he's coming up against them. In terms of the final attribute we're going to talk about, guys, we're going to talk about his shooting, of course. His shooting is decent, guys. He was able to score a few goals for me. However, I did have to keep it relatively simple with him, and I don't feel like the shooting is as good as what the card would have you believe, especially from that winger spot. I was expecting him to be a little bit better in terms of finishing. Nevertheless, he still did manage to score 4 goals for me. This is one example in particular where he did really well. The shot misses here, picks up the ball again, and from here, guys, it really is just about using his pace, using his dribbling, creating opportunity again, and then getting a lovely finesse shot off into the corner there. Great goal there. And in the final couple of clips, guys, you're just going to see more of the same. Again, creating opportunity for himself with that dribbling, opening up the space and finishing into the far side. And this final clip here, again, getting in behind here on the wing after a little lovely ball from Ivan Toney and then smashing it into the far side. So guys, getting into this ISMAILA SARR final summary. 87k on the PlayStation, 84 on the Xbox, and 92 on the PC, as we previously discussed. The key pros of the card: decent finisher, really good pace, really decent dribbling as well. Could use a little bit of a helping hand on some of these dribbling stats though. In terms of his physicality as well, not bad with that strength as well. He's quite big. So in terms of recommended chemistry style, guys, although I did stick with a basic in the beginning, a Maestro would do him a lot of good just in terms of helping his link up play and his reactions. You can of course look another way and try and boost elements of this card that will help him get a little better as a winger. The crossing element I'm looking at in particular, which you need to boost up, so that's something to bear in mind as well, that you might need to consider how you want this card to play. If you want to be more of a winger, then I would recommend getting that passing and that crossing up, and if you want him to be a bit more of a get in behind and finish, then maybe get the dribbling up as well and the shooting up as well a little bit. That will really help him out. A finisher may do him a world of good for that. In terms of similar players, guys, this guy is a bit of an anomaly in terms of how he plays. Now I would say it's close to this Crepin Diatta style of play. I think Crepin Diatta is much smaller of course as well. This ISMAILA SARR is a big card, very powerful as well, and one thing I would say, guys, is to go with the fact that he's so big and strong and fast as well, is that his stride is huge compared to some of these other wingers, so he moves really far as well at the same time. And I know that may sound stupid, but he does move across the ground very quickly, allows him to cover a lot of space very quickly as well. In terms of linkability, no perfect links, of course, strong links to other team of the season cards like Will Hughes, other of course Watford players in there as well. And in terms of price comparison, guys, you guys can see he sits right below Jadon Sancho's Record Breaker, right above Riyad Mahrez's Man of the Match. Now, compared to these cards, guys, he is 100% better. The reason, of course, that this card is held back is because of his linkability. If you can link him into that Ivan Toney, if you can link him into Wayne Rooney, if you can link him into Max Aarons, Will Hughes, any of these players that you can fit him into, then, guys, my final recommendation on this card is go out and pick him up. He's a fantastic card, really great card in terms of just being able to do all the parts of the winger job that you need him to be able to do. Able to finish, you can boost his passing if you need to, you can boost his dribbling to help out those two elements if you need to, and it's a really well-rounded card, especially for only 90k. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I will see you all in a bit.